Hey guys, it's Cindy. I know it's been a while since I actually sat down to do a TBR for the month, but I was explaining in my reading vlog that will be going up probably after this video because I'm trying to post this one before the 1st of May, and then afterwards I will upload my reading vlogs. I'm gonna aim to do them on Mondays, but that's like a different story. I actually took a little bit of a hiatus so I could focus on school because I actually am graduating in 2 weeks, and I just had like finals and everything, so I'm actually done for the semester, which is very exciting. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into all the books that I want to read for the month of May. The first month of May I actually have completely off, so I don't have school or anything. I just have time to myself, which is really refreshing, and I do want to get a lot of reading done. I actually already read one of the books on my TBR for the month, so I'm going to go ahead and start with that one, and that is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I actually just finished this one yesterday and it was absolutely amazing. I know this is not a wrap up, but I was really excited to read this because I've heard such great things here on BookTube, and to be honest, it lived up to the hype so much. After I finished this, I just wanted to start reading it all over again. The characters were absolutely amazing, and if you have not picked this book up, or if it's sitting on your bookshelf, just go ahead and read it. You're gonna regret not having read it earlier. It is a great book. It's a love story, and it basically takes place between two people that work together, and they work for a publishing house for books, and when they had their merger they ended up having the same position, so now they're like working in the same office. They see each other every single day. They work right across from each other, like looking at each other, and a job position opens up where they both have to compete to get this position. And it was just a great story. I loved it so much. I loved the characters, and I was so excited I read it. I wish I would have read it as soon as I bought it, to be honest. This book is one that I'm currently reading, and it is Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. I'm only like damn, someone almost just got into a car accident. This happens all the time in front of my house. Like, the intersection in front of my house is so dangerous because people always run that red light. I've gotten so close to getting hit every single time I leave my house, but that's irrelevant. Sorry guys. So I started reading Attachments. I'm only like 50 pages in at the moment. I'm enjoying it, and basically I picked this up because I wanted another office romance story after I read The Hating Game, so I wanted something kind of similar but a little bit different, so I went ahead and picked it up. I'm trying to get into it. I like the fact that it has like a little bit of mixed media in the aspect that it's a lot of like emails back and forth between two friends. So if you haven't read Attachments, basically it has to do with a main character named Beth, and Beth and Jennifer are constantly emailing each other at work. They use their webmail all the time, even though they're not supposed to, because this is like, it takes place in I think 99, like 1999, and they are just now developing their like softwares and stuff at their workstations, and they honestly cannot use their emails for anything other than work related stuff, but they do not care. They talk about everything. And they hired this guy, I don't remember what his name is. His name is Lincoln. So they hired this guy Lincoln to work overnights, and his job is literally just to read the emails of the people that work there. He gets flags sent to him as forth as like different words, like if they read something like classified or something like that, and they get sent to him, and his job is to read the emails, make sure that nothing dangerous is going on, and if it is, to report it to the right people. So he was supposed to like already report Beth and Jennifer's conversations because what they talk about is not dangerous, but it's completely not work related, and he doesn't turn them in at all. Instead he starts reading the emails, and he ends up falling in love with one of the women. So I think the story sounds pretty good. I've heard a lot of people say that it's a little inappropriate because he's technically stalking, even though it's his job. I don't know, but I've heard such great things about it, I decided to go ahead and pick it up. So the next book is one that I've been trying to read for the longest time. I just haven't been in the mood for it, but I really want to read it because I want to finish this duology, and it is Our Dark Duet. This book has been on like 3 TBRs, and I'm going to read it this month. It is such a huge book, and that's what kind of turns me off from it, but I know the story is very gripping, and I know it's going to make me want to read it very fast. So that's a book that I want to read this month. I'm not going to tell you guys what it's about because it is the second book, but basically the first novel, The Savage Song, deals with two main characters, Kate and August. And Kate is just like a regular human being, but August is actually a monster. And in that world, monsters are bred from the sins of the people that live in the town. So whenever they kill someone or commit some sort of sin or crime, a monster is born, like literally an actual monster. So it's a really great book. I love Victoria Schwab's writing. I haven't read anything really. I read the Darker Shade of Magic book. I read the first one, but I think I just wasn't in the right mindset to read it, so I want to reread it, but just not at the moment. So another sequel I want to read this month is Do Not Disturb by A.R. Torre. This was on a TBR, I think like last year, but I really want to go back into this world because honestly when I read the first one, which is The Girl in 6E, I read that book in like a day. Like it was so good, and I really want to continue on with the series because I loved the first one. If you have not read the first one, this is a novel for those that are 18 and older. It definitely has a lot of sex and violence in it, but it is about a main character named Deanna Madden, and Deanna Madden has not left her apartment in years. She gets everything shipped to her. She is a cam girl, so she makes a shit ton of money, and she has murderous tendencies, so she never leaves her home because she honestly just doesn't want to kill anyone. And it's really good. The first one ended at a really good note, so I'm really excited to pick this one up. The next book is actually one that I've had for a while. I think I had it from when it first came out. I went to an event at my local bookstore and this author was actually there signing books, and it is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. So I did actually get this one signed, and it says, "To Cindy, who wants to live forever," and it says 11/20/2016. Is that when I got this book? Oh my gosh, it's been more than a year. That's crazy. But I haven't picked it up yet, and I really want to read it because it's been making a lot of buzz now that the second one, Thunderhead, has come out. And in this world, it's basically like a utopia instead of a dystopia where no one dies, and the only people that die are killed by scythes. So scythes control all the death there, and other than being killed by a scythe, you can't die of any diseases or accidents or anything like that. So it sounds really interesting. I've heard it's amazing, so I really want to pick this one up. Okay, I have a couple more. I know this is a big TBR, but like I said, I have a lot of free time to read this month, so I'm taking advantage. So the next one I have is actually an advanced reader's copy. It is From Twinkle with Love by ACindyevaTale, and I haven't read When Dimple Met Rishi, but I do own it, I believe. And I'm actually not too sure what this one is about, but I am excited to read it because I've been hearing a lot about it. And if I can, yeah, it looks like it has a lot of like emails and stuff, and I love books that have like text conversations or emails or something like that. Honestly gravitates me towards the book so much, so I'm really excited to read this one. So I guess I'm reading two like film dedicated books because I know this one has a lot to do with the love of I think she likes to do film as well. So she is a filmmaker and also in Love, Hate, and Other Filters. I have not read this one yet. This is honestly such a short book. I don't know why I haven't picked it up, and it is the UK cover, so I'm really excited to read this one. I know this one's a little bit darker and it has some deep tones to it, which I honestly cannot wait to read this because I love that in contemporaries. Okay, so the next book I have to read is Young Jane Young by Gabrielle Zevin. I've heard amazing things about this, and basically Chelsea from Chelsea Darling Reads recommended this, and because she recommended The Hating Game, I am like so obsessed with the books that she recommends because I truly trust her opinion. And this has to do with kind of like a political scandal where a congressman is involved with a mistress, and how the mistress's life changes afterwards, how the congressman is able to like live his life and move past it and no one judges him, and she's basically constantly slut shamed for what she did. And she's like a really young person. I think she's like in her early to mid 20s, and she basically has to deal with this for the remainder of her career, which is just ridiculous. Okay guys, so those are all the books. It is quite a big stack for this month, but I'm honestly so excited to read. I have a huge TBR and I'm so excited to dig into these books because these are actually books that I really want to pick up. So let me know what you guys are reading for the month of May. Sorry if this was kind of a lengthy video. I'm just really excited to be back, and I will talk to you guys next time.